Well, look, what Nigel was crystal clear about is if he's our next Prime Minister, you're going to see a reform government that restores the public finances. Chris, we've had the Tories and Labour, they've wrecked the public finances over decades. Take the Tories, 14 years in government, they ran a deficit in every single one of those 14 years. They tripled the national debt and they blew up people's mortgages for good measure. And you look at Rachel Reeves now, according to Capital Economics, after a budget imminently, she will have raised taxes at a faster rate than any Chancellor in 55 years. The tax burden on people watching this programme is already at the highest level since World War II. Unemployment is at 4-year highs, and sadly, we take no pleasure in saying this, but we've got to be real. We have drunken sailors still at the tiller of this great ship of the United Kingdom, and as a result of that, the warning signs with regards to sovereign debt are flashing. Our 30-year borrowing costs are at multi-decade highs. Every week, seemingly, at GB News, you report on a major multinational pulling investment from the United Kingdom. So yes, we will cut spending. We've already announced tens of billions in cuts in spending. Number one, by prioritising British citizens over foreign nationals, the opposite of what the Tories did and what Labour are doing. But also, we will restore the public finances, restore confidence in Britain. And Chris, that is the foundation upon which we can then cut taxes for people watching this programme.
So when will that happen? The most eye-catching measure is that increasing from 12,500 to 20,000 on the threshold when we all start paying income tax. That could cost up to £80 billion. I asked Nigel Farage that question. He didn't say when that would happen. Is that now an aspiration, or is that not even happen in the first term of a reform government?
Well, that's all going to depend on the state of the economy at the next general election, Chris. Again, we've got to be realistic. Nigel's the bookmaker's favourite to be the next Prime Minister. We are well ahead in pretty much every single poll that comes out. So as much as we would love for there to be a general election tomorrow and for Nigel to be the Prime Minister tomorrow, it's not going to happen. So we are several years out. So we are doing the mature, responsible thing. Everybody remembers what happens if you announce lots of tax cuts that sound great at the time without taking stock of the reality of the sovereign debt crisis that potentially now is looming for the United Kingdom. So yes, we want to cut taxes. We can't commit to a time frame until Chris, we know when the general election is and the state of the finances of the country.
He thinks it might be in 2027, doesn't he, Nigel Farage? Will you have all your candidates selected by then?
Yeah, we'll be ready. Make no mistake about that. We will be ready. Look, who knows when it's going to be? I mean, look, the reality is it's going to be down. Only Keir Starmer can actually trigger it. And there's an argument it's turkeys voting for Christmas. But I think there's a real chance of a real economic crisis in this country. People watching this program already know their cost of living is intolerable. Rents keep going up. 36% now of people's take-home pay is spent on rent. 40% in London. Mortgages never seem to go down. The weekly shop seems to go up on a weekly basis. And energy bills.